Welcome to the U.S. Virgin Islands, a slice of Caribbean paradise that offers crystal-clear waters, white sand beaches, tropical adventures, and rich history. Whether you're looking for a relaxing escape, thrilling outdoor experiences, or a deep dive into Caribbean culture, the U.S. Virgin Islands have something for everyone. In this video, we'll explore everything you need to know before you go. The top islands to visit, the best time of year to travel, must-see attractions, local culture, and travel tips to help you plan your perfect trip. The U.S. Virgin Islands are a group of islands located in the Caribbean Sea, just east of Puerto Rico. They're made up of three main islands, St. Thomas, St. John, and St. Croix, along with many smaller islands and cays. Although they're part of the United States, the U.S. Virgin Islands have their own unique Caribbean culture, shaped by a blend of African, European, and American influences. St. Thomas is known for its bustling city life, upscale shopping, and the famous port town of Charlotte-Amalie, the capital of the territory. St. John is more laid back and is home to the Virgin Islands National Park, which covers nearly two-thirds of the island. And then there's St. Croix, the largest island, rich in cultural heritage, historical landmarks, and beautiful beaches. Long before European explorers arrived, the islands were inhabited by indigenous groups like the Siboney, Arawaks, and Caribs. Over time, the islands were colonized by several European powers, but it was Denmark that held them the longest. In 1917, the United States purchased the islands from Denmark, and since then they've remained a U.S. territory. That means no passport is needed if you're traveling from the mainland U.S. today. The culture is a beautiful mix. English is the official language, but you'll hear local dialects, Spanish and French Creole too. The people here are warm and friendly, and traditions are celebrated through music, dance, and vibrant festivals all year round. The best time to visit the U.S. Virgin Islands is between April and June. During this time, the weather is warm and pleasant, with little rainfall and fewer tourists compared to the peak winter season. December through March is also popular, especially for those escaping colder climates, but it's also the most expensive time to travel. From July to October, the islands experience higher humidity, heavier rains, and a risk of hurricanes. So if you're planning a summer trip, keep that in mind and check weather forecasts in advance. There's no shortage of things to do in the U.S. Virgin Islands, whether you're a beach lover, adventure seeker, or history buff. First up, snorkeling and scuba diving. The coral reefs and marine life here are some of the best in the Caribbean. Buck Island Reef National Monument, just off St. Croix, is a must-visit for underwater explorers. If you love kayaking or paddleboarding, there are plenty of calm bays and mangrove lagoons where you can paddle through peaceful waters and spot wildlife. On St. John, visit Cinnamon Bay, a picture-perfect beach where you can swim, relax, and take in breathtaking views. The nearby hiking trails lead you through the lush Virgin Islands National Park. For adventure lovers, try zip-lining through the forests of St. Thomas, or hike up Crown Mountain, the highest point in the islands, for panoramic views of the Caribbean Sea. And don't miss the local markets and towns. You'll find colorful crafts, street food, and live music, especially in Charlotte-Amalie and Christiansted. Food in the U.S. Virgin Islands is a delicious reflection of the region's diverse roots. You'll find dishes made with fresh seafood, tropical fruits like mango and lime, and local vegetables like okra and breadfruit. Popular local dishes include saltfish, callaloo, conch fritters, roti, fungi, and johnny cakes. Be sure to try a bush tea or a fruity island cocktail while you're here. Dining ranges from beachside shacks to upscale restaurants. There's something for every budget and taste. Getting to the U.S. Virgin Islands is easy, especially if you're coming from the United States. Major airports include Cyril E. King Airport on St. Thomas and Henry E. Rolson Airport on St. Croix. You can also reach the islands via cruise ship or ferry from nearby islands like Puerto Rico or the British Virgin Islands. To get around, many visitors rent a car, especially on St. Thomas and St. Croix. Just remember, they drive on the left side of the road, even though it's a U.S. territory. Taxis, shuttles, and ferries are also widely available. Inter-island ferries make it easy to explore more than one island during your trip. The U.S. Virgin Islands can be enjoyed on a range of budgets. Luxury resorts, boutique hotels, and budget guest houses are all available. For cheaper stays, consider booking in the shoulder season or looking at local vacation rentals. The US dollar is the official currency, and most places accept credit cards. ATMs are widely available, but it's always good to carry a bit of cash for smaller vendors or tips. Pack light, breathable clothes, plenty of sunscreen, and insect repellent. And always check for travel advisories during hurricane season. Here's a simple 3-day itinerary to get the most out of your visit. Day 1. Arrive in St. Thomas, explore Charlotte Amalie, visit Magens Bay, and enjoy a sunset dinner by the sea. Day 2. Take a ferry to St. John, hike the trails of the Virgin Islands National Park, relax at Cinnamon Bay, then head back in the evening. Day 3. Go on a snorkeling or diving tour to Buck Island, or a kayaking trip through mangroves. End your day with a taste of local cuisine and maybe a bit of Caribbean music. Of course, if you have more time, each island has enough to keep you busy for a week or more. The U.S. Virgin Islands are a dream destination for travelers of all kinds. With stunning natural beauty, a warm and welcoming culture, and endless activities to enjoy, it's easy to see why so many people fall in love with this Caribbean gem. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more travel guides, and let us know in the comments where you're planning to go next. Thanks for watching, and happy travels!